Chapter 3 Rimiru vs. Valdora Part 2. Thank you everyone who has liked this story so far. I had fun writing this fight and decided to post it a bit early. Tell me what you think of it later, okay? Third person point of view. Rimiru watches Valdora's massive aura double in a blink of an eye. He was astounded because he never expected that Valdora will be this strong. Just as he was still watching Valdora disappeared and appeared in front of Rimiru, with his hand covered in a dense amount of mana, and punched him in the face. Rimiru flew several feet through several walls before stopping at the last one. And he had a shocking expression because he thought that he had died. Rimiru stood up and smiled to Valdora. He then brought out his sword and took a battle stance. Valdora had a shocked expression on his face as he watched Valdora stand up after taking one of the strongest punches in his human form. He smiled and rushed at Rimiru with his leg raised, ready for a kick in the face, but Rimiru blocked it with his sword. Both of them began to exchange blows at a very fast pace, but Valdora was at a disadvantage. What is going on here? I know that Rimiru is strong, but to think he is matching me like this is quite unbelievable. It is like he knows what I will do before I do it. I'm giving it everything I have, but he is matching me quite splendidly. At this rate, my defeat is a matter of time. Valdora panicked. Valdora tried to fire a powerful gust at Rimiru, but he simply ate it with his ultimate skill, Beelzebub. Rimiru rushed at Valdora with the sword raised, but he stopped right in front of Valdora. He immediately jumped back while creating a powerful skill with his ultimate skill, Aerial. Seconds later, the place where he should have been once ago exploded. The explosion was big and mixed with a huge gust of wind. Valdora had a dumbfounded expression on his face after seeing Rimiru dodge his sneak attack. While they were fighting, Valdora had been preparing this attack by isolating his mana in the air. This was one of his secret moves that he created while inside Rimiru. The mana in the air was supposed to transform into a lightning spear to attack when he gives the signal. What makes this attack deadly is that it is not visible to the eyes or magic sense. This is due to Valdora conceal it with his unique mana storm. The attack and his unique skill he developed while reading a certain manga inside Rimiru. Even if you were able to somehow see the attack coming with the speed of the attack which broke the sound barrier, it would be impossible to dodge it, especially during mid-fight. Yet Milim not only did he see the attack coming, he managed to dodge it, and block the impact perfectly. At that moment, Valdora was truly impressed. At that moment, Valdora truly considered Rimiru as an opponent whom he would give his all to beat. Rimiru was panting hard after blocking that invisible lightning attack. That was too close for comfort. To think he had an ace like that hidden away. If I didn't have future sight, I would have been dead just then, Rimiru thought to himself. That's right, it was thanks to future sight that allowed Rimiru to see 20 seconds into the future. That gave him enough power to match the Valdora, who is a true dragon. Back when Valdora punched Rimiru with that dense amount of mana, Rimiru had already seen what would happen with his unique skill, Future Sight, before it happened. Because of this, Wisdom Lord Raphael was able to time the precise second that Valdor's punch will make contact with Rimiru and release Beelzebub to consume the mana in Valdor's fist, while also activating Uriel with other multi-layer to block the blow. All this was done before even Rimiru knew what was happening, hence why he was shocked that he was alive. Rimiru ordered Raphael to defend him while he attacked, and in order not to disappoint his master, the Wisdom Lord is taking charge of all Rimiru's skills during the fight. It is thanks to Raphael's perfect calculation that Rimiru is able to fight someone like Valdor as an equal. Valdor started to laugh, which put Rimiru on guard. He flew into the air and looked to Rimiru while smiling. "I commend you, Rimiru. You are truly stronger than I suspected. You matched me even when I am taking this fight seriously. Now prepare yourself, because my next attack will be very different." After saying that, Valdor transformed into his dragon form and roared into the heavens. Then he opened his mouth to gather a huge amount of mana in his mouth while facing Rimiru. Rimiru looked at Valdor and was very scared on what to do. He believed that he was stronger now with all his comrades' blessings, but he didn't believe that he could beat Valdor with just that. Valdor is truly a catastrophic being. To think a human was able to beat him in a fight is right down insane. What to do now? If the attack makes contact, he would not only die in the cave, but the cave itself will just be destroyed. Before the fight began, Raphael used a powerful barrier to seal the entire cave so that there'll be no casualties from the outside. But all of that is meaningless now with the level of Valdor's attack. Seriously, what am I going to do? Answer: activate the ultimate skill of Beelzebub to consume the attacks. Activate. Yes. No. Rimiru. Just when Rimiru thought all hope is lost, Valdor spoke in a calm voice, as if all this is within her calculation. Rimiru didn't hesitate to activate the skill. Valdor was done charging his attack, which he fired at Rimiru. "Take this, Storm Breath Cannon." The attack was similar to Milim's Drago Nova, but it was black in color. It moved with great speed towards Rimiru, but it was intercepted. "Gobbled up, Beelzebub!" Rimiru shouted. Immediately, Beelzebub activated in front of the attack and consumed it, or tried to at least. It turns out that Valdor had activated his probability manipulation, which made the attack stronger than it should have been. Rimiru's point of view. Beelzebub was absorbing the massive breath attack by Valdor, and Raphael was isolating the magic into an imaginary space. But in the process, it was painful. I have pain total skill, yet the pain I was feeling is greater than anything I have ever encountered before in my life. The pain was so great that I had to turn back into my slime form just to see if I could bear it. I looked up and saw Valdor was still firing his attack, and by look at things, he was not to be stopping anytime soon. This is it. This is where I die for real. This is the extent of my power as a demon lord. Just then, an image of Milim smiling at me flashed before my eyes. I looked at Valdor's attack, which I'm still trying to consume with determination. I will not lose, even if the pain is unbearable. I will succeed no matter what, I thought to myself. With determination. Notice, with the amount of mana that Master has consumed from the attack of the individual Valdor, has allowed the Master to have developed and mature a Dragon Core. Also, with the analysis of the ultimate skill Veldora Storm Dragon Veldora being completed, it is now possible to transform Master's body into the same species as the true dragon race, with magical breeder reactor, should it be implemented. Just then, I heard something so unbelievable I couldn't help but laugh. It was too crazy to understand. Doesn't this mean I will be a true dragon? And what is Magical Breeder Reactor? Answer: Magical Breeder Reactor is a skill which allows the master to generate an infinite amount of mana of its purest form, Stardust. After Master transforms into a true dragon, it is calculated that Master's mana reserve will be equal or greater than Milim's, who also have the Magical Breeder Reactor. So evolve into true dragon race, yes or no? At a time like this, do you have to ask yes or no? I gave my answer in a heartbeat, yes. The moment I agreed, all the pain I felt was gone. Pain, heat, and so on. The attack of Veldora Storm Dragon Cannon no longer had effect on me. I consumed it in a blink of an eye, like it was nothing to me. Which is true. After eating that amount of attack, I started to feel a massive amount of aura pouring into me, with no end to it. My mana reserve kept growing and growing, with no end in sight at all. With no end in sight at all. Hey, Professor, this is not dangerous, I asked, with a little bit of panic. No problem, I will manage it. So she says, I will leave it to her then. My mana kept increasing, and before I knew what happened, I was covered in a bright light. Veldora got a little carried away after finding Rimiru. That was why he used one of his strongest moves in his dragon form on him. By the time he realized it, it was too late because he had already fired the attack at Rimiru. He panicked a little, but calmed down after Rimiru activated his own skill and started to eat the attack. He was shocked that one of his strongest attack was being eaten before his eyes. This made him to increase his power even more than ever. Among all true dragons, Veldora had the highest magicals after his sister, Velzard. So he was confident that he could overpower Rimiru's skill if he kept it up. But something unbelievable happened before his eyes. Just as Rimiru's skill, his attack was about to overpower Rimiru's skill, Rimiru transformed into a true dragon. The fifth true dragon. He knew this because true dragons have the ability to sense their own kind if they're close by. But he was sure that Rimiru had transformed into a dragon, but the question is how. To make matters worse, Rimiru ate all of his attack in a blink of an eye. After eating it, he was covered by a very bright light, which lit up the whole cave. As Veldora was contemplating on what to do next, the light died down and revealed Rimiru in all his glory. He is now taller than before and looks to be around 16 of age. He was holding his sword in his hand, and his clothes were a pitch black body suit. His face was more feminine. His skin was as white as snow. He is the very definition of divine beauty. His golden eyes seems to be looking at himself before he smiled at Veldora. His mana was overwhelming, even for Veldora. It was like his mana was 10 times that of his, and it frightened Veldora. Sorry to keep you waiting, Veldora, but I'm ready if you are, Rimiru said to Veldora, with a smile on his beautiful face. That's right, Rimiru. It seems you transformed into a true dragon. I knew you had potential, but to think he would surpass me in a fight is quite frightening, to be honest, Veldora told him, with a wary smile on his face. Shall we continue then? I am quite eager to test out what the current me can do, Rimiru said while taking a stance. Even though your mana is way bigger than mine, I don't think I will lose to you. Ha 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 ha. Vadora laughed as he took his battle stance. Both of them looked at each other with the smiles on their face, eager to test out their powers against a worthy foe. This will be a battle between two true dragons. I hope you enjoyed today's video, so subscribe to become one of my domestic listeners. See you next time.